All right. Hello. Welcome everyone back to the funnest hour of the week, maybe 2 hours. The HEX Happy Hour show. Big K, how you doing?
I'm doing fantastic.
And what is up down there? We have a masked DCC, and I believe others are in attendance as well.
Yeah, we got a couple guest appearances that are about to show up in a minute. I think they're paying for stuff.
More hex flexing, perhaps?
Yeah, more hex flexing, definitely.
Nice.
It's our whole life. Well, here, let me pass you to somebody else.
What is up?
What is up, bro? How you doing, man?
Good. Life is good.
You guys enjoying your time down there?
This is only a half-face reveal. Yeah, man. Yeah, life is good. The cap spitted, you know.
What's he yelling about? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Motley's getting a new bracelet for his latest Hex Flex watch.
Oh, so,
nice. Yeah. It's been pretty crazy, man. I'm trying to curb the spending, but you know, to everybody out there talking trash, I bought another 5 figures last night. Don't worry, I'm not spending my Hex money. We ain't spending Hex money like some people are talking. Like, get your mind right. We ain't about that. You know, we're about stacking T-shares. Our crew's about stacking T-shares. Okay, that's how we roll. But yeah, Motley's getting a new bracelet for his watch because you know one's not enough. You got to have 2 to switch it up. So yeah. What's up, Jim Rat? Yeah. Oh yeah, it's beautiful. But yeah, the food's amazing. If you saw that red snapper I had last night, it's crazy.
You want to look at that?
Oh yeah.
No, man, I'm trying to drop 10,000. I need to stop. You see him? He's like, oh, you want to spend 10,000 on another watch? Like, no, like, I gotta slow it down.
Bad influences. Yeah.
Very, very bad. So.
Can I tell you? Molly almost got me to buy Molly almost got me to buy a 30,000 Cartier iced out watch.
Oh yeah, there's a Cartier store down in the Condado area too. That's pretty badass.
Yeah.
He looks Chinese.
Oh, very good to meet you.
Oh, bit finesse. Leave it to him. Yeah. Nuggies for Wendys. Yes, absolutely. What's up, DJ Pollywood, Archie, all the usual faces in chat. What is going on, guys? Happy Friday to everybody.
Definitely.
Everyone's having a good Friday.
Rating from DJ Cryptomatic. Yeah, I just wanted to say special shout out to DJ Cryptomatic. Excuse me. Usually I'm able to stop by his afternoon pre-show. I had a work function or office function this afternoon, so I couldn't attend that, but I do appreciate the pre-show, man, and he always does it for a couple hours and gets everybody pumped, gets me pumped when I'm able to see it. So thank you, DJ Cryptomatic. You rock as always, sir.
Yeah.
What's up, chat? Everybody's a lot of Halloween decorations going on. Is anybody decorated for Halloween?
It's about that time.
It's crazy. There's a lot of Halloween stuff down here.
Corner from my grandma's place that has this giant spider. Like I mean, it's huge. The spider ass is like he's like contractor garbage bag filled up with whatever, and then like it's like coming down the whole house, and like there's body parts everywhere. It's probably the baddest house I've seen in like many a years that's gone out for Halloween. I mean, I was thoroughly impressed. But no, I have not done any decor.
Chat and yeah, Freddie says it's just looking at your mask makes it hard to breathe there. So fortunately, no, that's around here. Well, I did cancel some travel just because the hotel I found out you had to wear it like the entire time you're like in the hotel, and I'm like, what? No, you're not getting my money. So
they are pretty anal over here about the masks and the vaccine and everything like that. It's kind of fucking annoying. It makes California seem like a dream. For real.
Yeah.
That's a strong statement, actually.
That's a strong. I'm very. Yeah. It's. I don't got mine.
It is a little intense. That I will say that. But I mean, I don't think it's going to be like a forever decree.
Yeah, they're lifting the curfew. The worst thing is the curfew, man. Like all the bars and clubs close at 12 and stuff and everything. And then I guess that's ending on the 22nd of this month.
Yes, that should be over this month, which is awesome because like usually that shit gets cranked up till like 4 in the morning. Like I mean, it's usually a party all night long in Puerto Rico, you know. So I mean, it's kind of felt. I mean, it felt stranger last year when the curfew was like 8 o'clock or something. When I first moved down there, it was just very odd, you know. And they'd have like people like cruising past the beaches to close it down and shit. That shit sucked, but it's much better now, you know. I mean, but it still does feel a little oppressive. But
yeah, I think on the 22nd they're rolling it back to 2 a.m. I think now.
that's better. It's not. It's
Oh,
not
that's so nice of them.
It's better.
Well, the people rebelled and stuff because they were even they were mandating some of the stuff how anal they are on people like visiting over here. They were a little more relaxed to residents, and then they started putting the same laws onto actual residents or people that are born in Puerto Rico, and then people lost their shit and fought back, and the government like stepped down on it.
Yeah, I mean it's a bend and pull with a small island like that, you know.
Yeah, it happened with on a much smaller scale. LSU with their football games, the fans like revolted, and used to be you had to have all those restrictions to even get in and watch a game, and they just took them all down because fans just got super pissed about it. So
dude, we were in Miami, no masks at all. I think I wore the mask one time, just one. That was to the airport.
Florida's awesome, man. I was there a couple months ago. It's absolutely beautiful. You don't even think about it. It's like it's normal. It's wonderful.
Dude, I had a fun time in Miami. Miami's sick, dude. I love Miami.
Yeah, I'm going, scheduled to go next summer, so we'll see. But yeah, I've only been through like very quickly, so I'm looking forward to hopefully actually seeing some of the city. Looks like you guys turned it up, man.
Oh, dude, definitely, man. We did a lot of fucking Ace of Spades and fucking different Crystal and stuff. Yeah. Hell yeah, man.
Tell Wendy's he had the Ric Flair quote of the week with the spending more on spilt liquor than
yeah, that's real talk, bro.
Dude, it's just, and then somebody like right below it put the woo in it, and I was like, man, I love this thread. This is awesome. So yeah,
that shit was great.
It's hella funny though. Wait,
say nothing to that either though, because
it's true.
Oh, nothing to say.
Nothing to say.
I will say this though, that the people in Miami do get sloppy drunk because in the morning we found this guy Gucci Louis'd out and stuff and everything with like this LV pouch, just red faced drunk, and we saw him fall face first into a marsh in the morning. Yeah, he was stuck there. We had to call the police to save his ass.
It wasn't Funding Jim, was it? No,
I heard he did have
dude, that story he told was epic. It was wonderful. Him and apparently Super Hex can go. So yeah, he and Super Hex went out and had some fun. So yeah, but yeah, he ended up on a lawn, thankfully, not a swamp.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, like it was a marsh, homie. Like literally, there was gonna be alligators in there. We just saw him fall right off the sidewalk, face straight down into the marsh. We're like, oh shit!
He was looking all messed up, and I rolled down the window, and I was like, "Hey, bro, you okay?" And he like looked over at me, and then he just like like that, and just fell like off the road into like this giant. What was it, like a ravine?
Ravine marsh.
It might have inadvertently been your fault that he did that. He like looked over at your ass. He's like, "What?"
I got my new strap, boys.
Oh boy, there we go.
Oh, got the rubber to go with the Aquaterra.
Trying to step up to the Hex.Toys League now, huh?
No, not even close. size on another level. We all know that. size ridiculous.
Yeah, I love watching all the stuff that you guys are posting. So
we're heading towards Gucci and Louis.
I was gonna say you're getting to the good side of the mall.
Getting Kirk excited here.
It's close by. All right, let's go see. What are we doing?
I know Big K.
Tell my girl Victoria,
I'm like, hey, I know Big K. Hook it up. I know you got some stuff behind the shelf for my boy.
if you talk to Victoria, there, she's pretty fire.
Victoria,
she'll show you,
by name. Wow.
Yeah. She's got some cool ass clothes that's there. There's a shirt that's there that I should have bought, man, because I fucking.
You want to do Louis first?
It's pretty cool. It's like a pulse colored shirt. It's like is like it looks like pulses too, of like these pink like sunburst kind of things into the blue and purple kind of like gradient too. I saw it and I just didn't buy it. I should have bought it. So ask Victoria, see what she's got.
Ask Victoria. All right. Big K's got people everywhere.
Hello.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, you know.
All right.
Do we get a tour or just your face, bro?
All right, give me a second. Jeez.
Can we? And one more request. Can we do a wide angle? Oh man, yeah.
No, you can't. I'm just doing the best I can.
All right, fine. Insta. Oh,
yeah,
nice.
There it is.
That's pretty.
Yes.
All right.
There you go. Do a Big K style type tour.
I have no clue what I'm doing.
So the side you're on right now is going to be all the bags. There's okay. And then when you get back to the back corner, there's going to be all like the clothes and
all
stuff.
the eccentric stuff.
I'll let Motley walk and Big K be the tour guide.
Yeah, Big K, you can narrate. That bag's nice. Right. I like that bag.
Yeah, I like the Christopher bag up top is what that is. It's gonna.
How much does it go for?
A little over 2 usually. I think.
Okay. Shit, I need to get out of here.
And then I like that bottom bag. It's like a 20. I think it's the Keep All 40.
Yeah, it's a good size. Yeah, it's a smaller one. And then they got the blue version of it over here.
Yeah, I like the blue version. I have that blue acid washy one that I have is really kick ass. Big fan of those. So then once you go past that stuff, you'll start to get to I like the hard case stuff over there. But then I like the there's like all your chains. Then you get the men's perfume or that's perfumes right there.
Got some scarves for cream.
Scarves. Yeah, now underneath the scarves, usually maybe in the drawers there, if you'll find the bandanas. That's where I usually find. They usually don't have the bandanas sitting out. Yeah, they usually get them in the drawers. You got to go digging.
Some sunglasses.
Yeah, and you got some nice shades. They got the new green shoes. There's those rainbow ones that I bought right there that are part of their new collection. There's them in white.
The white ones are pretty sick.
One in black. There's one in black too in the other corner too.
I like these. These kind of remind me of Pulse.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's what's cool about them is take a look at not only them, but look at the tongue of them. Look at the pulse, like the pulse gradient on the LV on the tongue right there. It's very cool, very cool. So I saw those, got those. Besides there, you've got those pink ones are
Wendy's is eyeballing them.
Blazing. And then once you go around the corner, you'll see the belts over there, which I like. Most of the belts are reversible, and then once you go on the other side, you're gonna see like more shoes and stuff. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, these are cool.
The basketball stuff is all like super in right now. The NBA collection stuff that they have.
Yeah, DC is checking out right now.
Yeah, so they got a lot.
You won't buy it.
And then once you get in the middle, you're gonna see like more of the winter time shoes and stuff. You'll see like the boots.
I think I'm in the women's section now.
But you get more of the ladies stuff on that side. Exactly. That's all gonna be lady stuff, and then lady stuff over there. Although there is to the right now, if you turn hard right, there's gonna be some little cool stuff that's over on there. There's some other scarves and stuff.
Yeah, like down here.
Yeah, some other scars and stuff. different types. And then right behind you in that case is like, you'll find, there's the big logo. There you go. There's like the case has like the cell phones cases and like the little wallets and stuff that are super cool too. Yeah, I like that glimmery one there.
Women's belts and
ladies' belts. And then there's the specialty case of all cool little things. I like this.
They got the
cylinder.
Oh, nice. Hold on, they spotted Richard Hart's little backpack.
Oh yes. I had that same backpack in my hands, and I was deciding between that little backpack or the paddle ball set that I bought. I went with the paddle ball set, but that is, Richard's already done the Palm Beach backpack pretty hard. But it is kick-ass to see.
That's it, folks.
Well, thank you for that. That was actually, and the signal was great, so you could see it. Everything really clear. It's beautiful stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dang it! I think I might end up getting a bag out of here. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, take a look. Take a look.
Or maybe I'll get these LV shoes. I don't know.
They have that cool that blue messenger bag that was right by those shoes there. I like that one too. It's new part of their new collection, and it's like I just saw it up here in Chicago, but
not my style. But I like it. Is nice.
And then also they didn't really see any up there, but they do have those messenger crossbody ones that are good if you're buying a man bag. You know,
a man bag, a merce,
yeah.
Merce.
I haven't found one that I like. You know, I got a couple of luggage pieces, but no like merces that I've picked up yet from them. I mean, I'm sure there's one that I've got this dream of one that I found, and I haven't seen another style of it, but it has it's a crossbody that has a flip down top, and it fits my Puffco perfectly. So you can slide the Puffco in there, and then you can be on the move. You know, that's what I really need, but I haven't found it in stock yet.
Dolomite with some advice.
I need to stop spending money. Just bought an $800 rubber strap.
Y'all at the wrong store for that. That's for sure.
Yeah, true. Facts.
That mall in general is really nice. It's got all the classy things.
Yeah, it's really nice. I really like it. I kind of want that bag too. Dang it. I don't need it though.
I can feel your desire, Motley.
I know. Look at it up there.
Let's be honest. You don't really need anything in that store.
Definitely not.
Sometimes
definitely not.
Sometimes it feels good.
Get that endorphin rush. The dopamine hit.
Sappher's giving you guys a hard time in chat.
Hey, I didn't buy a man purse.
Yeah, we're just saying we didn't buy
Gucci?
one.
To the Gucci store, guys.
All right. I like the Gucci Rasta color stuff that they do a lot. It's all cool.
Thank you. Have a good day. To Gucci.
And Big K, I think it might have been in the green room. Did you say there's like a nice wine bar somewhere?
Oh yes, there's Venus, which is like the second story wine bar. That's like one of the better places in Puerto Rico, honestly, as far as wine selection goes. And they let you just go through their selection and grab a bottle when you're eating your dinner. And their food is really fantastic. They have amazing carpaccio, amazing seafood of all kinds, tower of crab legs and oysters and all the rest. Very, very, very good. And the view is nice if you're sitting outside. Lovely. Big fan of that spot.
Now we're at the Shade store. What is this?
This looks like Gucci. We're in the Gucci store.
The Gucci store. How about another tour? Are you familiar, Kirk?
I'm not as familiar with the Gucci store. I'll be honest with you. It's I mean, I've been through there a few times, but I haven't purchased as much stuff. Not as much of their stuff flat jumps out at me. Although the shoes down there do look pretty
I think these are pretty wild. These things, they look ridiculous. Look like some Ninja Turtles going over here.
Yep, very Ninja Turtle-esque.
No, I think I'm a Big K. I think I like the Louis store a little bit more.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. There's some nice stuff in there, but in general, I'm just a bigger fan of the
oh, here we go. This is a bag for Richard.
Oh yeah,
it'll match his outfit.
Yeah, that's like the Christopher style bag again, with the new that it's like Rasta colors, but add in the little orange and blue accents on it.
Right. Got some gold shoes.
Gold shoes. How about
gold
that?
shoes?
Those are impressive.
Did you? I'm making my way back there. Yeah, you're late. Got some Gucci belts.
Yeah, I like that the square pattern, the Gucci on them, or that Rasta color belt.
Crazy, people pay so much more money just to have these stamped and embroidered on their shit.
Yeah,
social signaling to the max.
Depends on what it is too. Like if you want the stamp and embroider from them, they'll pay more money. But like Louis Vuitton, a lot of their stuff that they do all their like the monogram stuff for free, which I mean is like a better deal overall, because I feel like you're gonna lower the value of it by putting whatever you put on it, you know. So
Right.
at the very least,
You're not
they
gonna be
can
able to
do it for free
resell.
for you. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you see it on, you'll see ones with monogrammed or with custom stuff put on it, on Grailed or on TradeZ or wherever you want to go to buy your secondhand designer shit. Ooh, those are pretty cool. I like. Look, can I see that bag right there? That little mini backpack. That orange one. That looks cool. Now, if I could get
that shit pops.
Yeah, I'm wondering the height of that sucker, because that would be fantastic if it fit them. Like I said, I'm looking for the Puffco slide in. You know, so it's only hand size. Okay, so
yeah, it's about that size.
The blue ones.
Okay, it's a little bit taller than that.
They have a bigger version of it. Just they don't have an orange one here.
Cool. That's
so this would fit your puff jacket.
Fit it. Yep.
Ugly hat.
That button.
Just like it right now. Thank you though.
Like the front piece is impressive. There it is. Those are nice.
You said you saw Richard Hart's shirt. What drawer? Oh yeah, I was thinking about getting this one. How much do they want for this one? I think Corey the Investor has this one too.
Yeah, I was looking at. I almost grabbed that one with the Rasta colored on it.
I don't know where the price is. Whatever. Do it. That's actually kind of dope.
My favorite thing to do when I go into the Louis or Gucci store is buy things and not look at the price tag until I get home. And then I'm like,
yeah. Just don't even look. Just swipe the card.
Yeah.
Good excuse.
Well, that is the trick at some of these places, though, is the drawers have some cool shit in them.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that. I thought it would just be like stock of whatever they had above it, but it's definitely different stuff.
Different stuff. Yeah. I went and raided the Louis Vuitton Chicago. They pulled open the drawer and had 4 different bandana mask sets, and I was like, I'll take all these, please, all of these.
Just like a golden light and.
Yeah, they're hard to find. You know, like you've seen me with a couple Gucci or Louis bandanas, but they're not exactly easy to find.
Right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's the Gucci story for you. Down and dirty.
Now I want to see the wine bar.
We're making our way there.
Nice.
Slowly but surely.
It is on that floor. You have like the Michael Kors store right there too, but it's a little more ladiesy stuff that I.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
And then the Carrera too is also right there. But again, you guys saw the ones that I usually frequent.
Very
I really
nice.
want it. I do kind of want an LV bag though at some point. I think I want the.
Take your time, find a good one, because you'll go to 3 or 4 stores before you find one you like.
They have that kind of blue and white one, it's like faded denim kind of coloration. I like that one.
Yeah.
I'll have to find it. I'm gonna spend that amount of money on the bag. I want to make sure I get the one I like.
Make sure you get the one you like. That's for sure.
All right, you guys talk about Hex and Pulse stuff. I'm still looking.
Oh yeah, let's do some Hex and Pulse stuff. What's on the agenda? This is the first week in a long time that I didn't actually even read your agenda. I pulled a Motley.
I didn't really have one written up because I knew all of us were traveling. I was scheduled to travel, but didn't. So I'm kind of like in studio and wasn't expected to be here, but I was out pretty much all day today. So I threw some stuff together at the very end, but I'm seeing, I guess, tweets and some stuff in chat. Just, I don't, perhaps I missed something, but people are like getting amped up for the snapshot. Was something tweeted or something in GitHub?
Yeah, it was in the GitLab.
Okay.
Yeah. So that just means, they're ready to take the snapshot if they need to.
The software
from what I've heard from Richard, it seems like he's ready to launch this thing sooner rather than later. Like regardless of, and we kind of talked about it before, like even without the bridge being up or anything, like as long as the chain's working, he's okay with launching it and then bringing everything else later. So we could very well launch without a bridge. Well,
I mean, it kind
obviously
of will
we'll
be
launch
better.
without it first, but
It'll be kind of better if that happens, I think, because I mean, the longer, I mean, it'll be interesting. People can make some silly things, do some silly things to themselves, you know, without the knowledge of what anything is actually worth, you know. But that's also kind of cool, and reinforces the point that Richard's trying to make of like, hey, this is all launching at zero value, you know, like so at zero value, you literally can't even bridge and get off of this shit right yet, you know.
what's up? Oh, Versace. Oh, Versace, guys.
There you go.
All right, we had some Pulse discussion. We'll have more, I promise. But these fashion shows are quite fun to watch. So,
Ferragamo.
Are you headed in, Motley?
Yeah. It's like 20 feet away. I'm not Usain Bolt. Give me a second. I'm not running to these stores.
No need to run. Yeah, Versace store's cool. I've only been through there once. Their stuff, it's like it's a little over the top for me, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Versace, yeah. Definitely Richard level.
I've looked through their things a few times, and I'm like, damn, that is flamboyant.
I do like their silk shirts though. Their silk shirts are nice.
Yeah, I mean, over there, the Hugo Boss store is also pretty badass, but they have like good quality dude stuff, just like what you need. They've got there. Oh, I need a black dress shirt. I need a good suit jacket. I need a whatever. Hugo Boss is all that shit like ready for you.
Hello.
And they have a little tailor in shop that'll like, you know, have your lengths and everything for you right there.
Is this your favorite? Any questions? Okay, thank you.
Awesome.
Got some wild shoes here.
Yeah, those flower shoes there are a little wild.
Here you go. You got some big old booty chain.
Yeah, large length. There you go.
It's kind of cool.
I like that print for that duffel bag. That's cool.
What's up?
I said I like that print for that duffel bag. That was nice.
Oh yeah, no, I like the print too. Ugly watches. Got some I heard Versace clone's not bad. Oh my god, these sneakers.
Yeah.
Ugly as shit. Oh, they got a club belt for you guys.
There you go.
Got that Two-Face Versace.
Oh yeah, that Medusa face right there is awesome.
Got your flippy floppies.
Oh yeah, I do. I mean, you're gonna go with the flip flop. If you're gonna go with one of those like those kind of flip flops with they're good to go with designer stuff because you can get a nice big ass logo put on those big strap ones. Look at that bounce. So there you go. That pink bag right there, almost is that about the size of your hand too, or is that a little
about 2 hands?
About 2 hands. See, yeah, that might actually be. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the color, but that's the style that I'm kind of looking for.
It's a little bit more red in person. It's not really pink. It's more red.
Okay, cool.
Oh, we got some Versace underwear. Is that underwear or shorts? What is that? Oh, swim trunks. Okay.
Yeah.
We have some get a banana hammock.
If you're gonna go with a banana hammock, there's no, put a Medusa head on.
Oh, this is cool. Look at that Versace with pulse gradient.
Oh, that's that.
And it looks like 555. That's
pretty sick, and it's not over the top either. Does it have a Medusa head on, or is it just the?
No, it has this right here.
Just that little bit there. You see, that's cool, man. That's very wearable anywhere, and yet still kind of it's designer, and it's not too. It's not.
Yeah, I actually like this one because it's straight up just like Pulse.
Yeah, that's the kicker for me. That's for sure. That's
575.
That's not even that out of control.
Yeah, it's cheap. Oh, good. Got some bandanas for you, BK.
Oh, fantastic.
Got a little
See,
smiley
that
face.
middle one.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Dig it.
I like that. I like that polo. I might snag that polo. Got the soft slippers.
Yeah, the soft, those are like the spa slippers, your hotel slippers. Those are.
And the robes.
Cool. Oh yeah, there you go. There's
Yeah, I think if you order these online too, they'll, like you said, they'll embroider it for you.
embroidering for you. Yep.
There's if anyone wants to know what Richard's bed looks like, I'm pretty sure he's got the Versace bedroom set.
Mm-hmm. Fine outerwear and accessories, gentlemen. Very fine.
All right.
Oh well, it's just me now.
We just lost. We lost the Motley shopper.
That is awesome. I mean, those are all fantastic stores. Hope he gets that shirt. If he doesn't, I'm on my way back.
You're gonna call Victoria and have her run over.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Wave3 is gonna be in. He's running a little bit late, I think. From the message I'm reading, he's doing an onboard. So doing the Lord's work, we will let him have that time. But yeah, he's on his way in. Lots of crypto charts look pretty spicy. Starting to tease, those mid high 50s. Do you think we get a break here, Kirk?
You think
Up?
we're gonna go straight up, and we're gonna leave what Richard thought to be the top behind. I don't know. You know, it's starting
to feel that way, and
it is starting to feel that way. I mean, especially where we are in the year and how these other years have, like the other cycles, 2013, 2017, have played out. I mean, maybe, you know, but I mean, I'm open to both ideas.
You try it on?
But it does seem like there's some momentum.
Well, we're back.
Yeah, sorry guys, I didn't mean to rug you. No, you're good. I've already gone over the whole store unless you guys want to see the women's section. I guess we don't discriminate here. Let's go.
Yeah, let's check the ladies. I mean, then some of the ladies' bags are usually. I mean, these bags are right, but
here you go, Big K. We'll get you some. Hi, look at these.
Look at those shoes. That's. I mean, like I'm not wearing them myself, but I'd like to see my wife in them. Is that the right thing to say?
Yes, I think that's correct.
Yes, I'd love to see my wife in them.
There you go. That's the proper response.
What other wonderful items do we have over here? These ladies' watches, smaller.
Watches, perfume, a little bit of jewelry.
Versace perfumes are pretty good, actually, for ladies.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Men's Versace perfume is pretty good. Little clutches or something. And some purses.
The red like shopping bag purse is like.
Yeah, you can get the bandana to match it too.
There you go.
See, I'm starting to catch on to this stuff.
You got it, man. Yeah, there you go, Baller. You know, if we do cross all-time highs, if like we break 65K and shit, then yeah, I think $2 hexes by the end of the year could be a possibility. Yeah.
Oh, yes, definitely.
This is something I want to ask Wave3 because it's like this 50 cent area is like the next hurdle, and we had them on, I guess, 2 or 3 weeks ago, and the 41 area was kind of like, hey, if we can get past that and hold that, we'll be all right. Well, we kind of like dipped through it, and now we're pushing back on it and trying to go through the other way. So yeah, the 50 area, and then like you said, these round numbers, we saw it with what, like 10 cents, we saw it with like a penny. Didn't really matter like after, I don't even think, was 25 cents even a thing? Like it just blew on past that, I think.
Didn't feel like we did that. I mean, like that run happened so quickly from like 8 to almost 40 cents, you know.
Yeah.
Like when we made that move, it just was for a while, you know. It was hard to, it was dizzying.
Yeah. Chat, what is everyone drinking tonight out there, by the way? Even though Motley has not made it to the wine place.
I was gonna say I might have to take a step off stream and grab my beverage.
Yeah, I got a little Coca-Cola action.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes. Coca-Cola. But yes, what else did I have in here? So I do have some questions that came in the comments and I guess before the stream started, so I wanted to get you guys to address them. One of them was a...
You too.
Thank you, Molly. One of them was... Let's open up the Cabana mailbag. Big K, this question comes from Josh Watson, and he's referring to your studio, I guess, at your residence, but he says, "Hey, Big K, where did you get the hex on the wall in the background for your studio?"
Hey, Josh Watkins. I got my hex on the wall from a website. I believe I sent the logo, a high-res picture of the logo, just to a website and had them make a bunch of 6-inch stickers for me. If you send Cabana in the mail your address, maybe I'll send you one. And I can also give you the output in the address or the website where you can make your own too.
Thank you, Big K. And there you go, Josh Watson. Question for Motley Investor. This is a fashion question from Valhalla. And I think you might know the t-shirt that he's talking about. And I think I might have sent it to you via...
Doubtful, but we'll see.
via text. But is it possible to get the same t-shirt design that David Feeder wore a couple streams ago, but the t-shirt in white and the logo in black? It would be cool if the background was divided from the left shoulder down to the right hip, with the upper side white and the lower side black, and then the hex part black and the pulse part white.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to do because either you have the background color is usually the shirt material itself, so that's kind of hard to do. So you would have to essentially print on the entire shirt, and not many places do that.
That's an interesting idea, is having shirts themselves like two-toned, you know, when they're dyed and diagonally or dyed split, you know. Some designer shit right there, y'all.
Yeah, a little bit beyond custom print. Custom print stuff.
That's China's not doing that for us.
I think we have like the Hex Pulse logo cut in half, and then we have like black and white. I'll have to check on that. But as far as doing the shirt too, that's a little too much.
Little much.
All right. We're not there
yet. Yeah, Cash. So it's been added to the GitHub, as far as I'm understanding, but nothing imminent.
There's not a date for it or a block range yet.
Right.
Just
it hasn't actually been run.
Yeah, just the coding that says this can be done. So like at a point in time that they want to, sure, there will be a snapshot taken, but not the actual like the variables aren't in there yet.
I'm guessing that's what everybody's referring to. Just like that little thing there. So yeah. And last question, anybody can snag this one. Hi Hex fam, when PHEX and Hex reach parity, will the T-share price per Hex all right, this looked way better before I started reading it out loud. Will T-share per Hex currently at what, 18,900 Hex per T-share Omega, or T-share dollar amount reach parity at the same time on Pulse? If not, what is the expected T-share per Hex on Pulse?
Well, Okay, so Patrick and I went over this pretty solidly when we faced off the other day. When
Ozzy Hex Lion.
Yeah, the Hex Lion.
All right.
We talked about how like the share rate wouldn't be all that different. There's some things that could happen, that could maybe change that, some global macro OA kind of stuff. But like for the most part, the biggest difference that you can see in the share rate is that on the Pulse side, you can imagine that somebody might good account all of those that are watering down stakes, and that because of that, we might see a slight difference in T-share rate, but slight. So like the idea that they're gonna, like, if the price of the two of them reach parity, then you'd imagine that the T-share rate again are going to be very close to similar too. Unless people start mass staking on one and not the other, and that could change things over time. But you'd have to get to the point where more unstakes on one are happening than the other, or vice versa, for that to make like be a reality,
Yeah, Josh TH Crypto News. As I predict an increase in staking on Pulse Hex, I would think the T-share rate would be higher on Pulse.
Again, you got to remember that, like, when does the T-share rate change? The T-share rate changes when people unstake and when they get their profit. That's how it changes. So like the people staking differently right now doesn't actually matter for the T-share rate. It matters when they start unstaking, whenever they do. And also it has to be the people who are the highest ROIers in the
ROI
system.
is the key, right?
Yeah. So it has, so like you staking today aren't going to be affecting the ROI anytime soon for like the next 15 years, basically, because a lot of people have come before you and staked and are making much higher ROI. So like when they unstake, then that's when the T-share rate will move. You won't probably affect it. So most people staking on one versus the other isn't going to have any effect for years and years to come, at all. It really matters about unstaking. So like the only thing that's going to be different about the two systems is it's going to cost a lot more on the ETH side to unstake. So some people might not unstake there. And on the Pulse side, it's going to cost a lot less. So people might even go so far as to not only stake there, but also run good accounting. But if you look at all the coins that are in good accounting, it's less than like 0.1% of the supply, or like it's less than 0.25% of the supply. It's a very, very, very small amount. So even if you good account all of those, they're not going to affect the T-share rate. None of them, a lot of the bleeding out ones aren't making the highest ROI, so they wouldn't affect the T-share rate either. So, like the fan fiction that we're going to get some completely divergent systems, like right out the gate, or even within the first couple of years, if somebody can show me numbers why that would be different, I'll be glad to look them over, but I can't foreseeably see why they would be more than a 2 to 3% difference in rate.
Yeah, I think you're correct, BK. I concur.
Yeah.
Thank you for that input, Motley.
No problem, Cabana. Anything else you need, just let me know.
Where are you headed, man?
I guess to the wine bar. You said it was on the second floor, BK?
Second floor, towards like when you're across from the elevator, is like you're going towards, there's like food, there's escalators that go up and down in that middle section, and it's right behind the escalators. Like you got to kind of go past them.
Dude, they are mask and COVID Nazis in Puerto Rico, FYI. Like you literally have to show like a vax card or a test saying that you've been tested within 72 hours. Like they are insane out here. Insane. They'll kick you out. Crazy. Yeah.
It's a little more intense than most other
Way
places.
Intense.
Like I said, I get it in the sense that, like, when you try and get a hospital appointment, that they're like, oh, sure, you can come in 3 months. You're like, okay, I don't think we should overrun this system. I don't think
I imagine it's better in like the more like remote side of the island, like in San Juan, everything, like it's nuts. Like every store, every restaurant.
Yeah,
but like
because of the mandate, which again, like I said, if on the 22nd they lower the curfews, they'll probably lower the the requirements for that stuff.
Yeah, October 22nd. Yeah, we went to La Perla last night, and it's kind of like the hood, so that was good. We didn't have to do shit with masks down there. The cops don't even come down there, evidently. So
yeah, I mean, La Perla is, but I mean, it's the hood. But it's it's fun. It's not like
as long as you're respectful.
Yeah, as long as you're respectful, people aren't gonna fucking. I mean, like, they're not gonna give you a hard time down there. I mean, I told y'all that like I'm pretty sure that there's like, I was like 4 years ago, Justin Bieber did like a music video down there, and like, you know,
Despacito was down there too.
Yeah, and so after that like in the past couple of years, it's become way more touristy and way more like, I mean, people go down there.
I wasn't the only white guy.
No, you definitely won't be. You know,
I wasn't the only gringo.
No, I could send you to some places you'd be terrified. You know, like, there is gang activity, but I mean, I could send you there in Chicago, or I could send you there in Tampa too. You know, like
right.
I wouldn't do that, but you know, they exist everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
but La Perla's cool. It's not bad.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
and there is a couple of decent restaurants in there now that like have come along. So, like I said, since it's become like more touristy friendly, stuff's happened.
Yeah, start at La Placida and then go to La Perla once the curfew kicks in.
There you go.
Any truth to the rumor, Big K, from Rothko, that the wine bar has a turbo bidet?
What?
The wine bar actually doesn't have a bathroom inside of it. They're like, the bathroom's right around like you walk around the outside. It's in a mall, so like you go in the mall bathroom. But I'm down. I mean, let me tell you, that was one of my favorite parts about Tokyo. Besides the food, was the fantastic toilet seats. I mean, they're
amazing.
Are top notch, man. They something out of this world, you know. That's
you got bidets, you got warm seats, the seat lifts up automatically, plays music, air dries you, you name it,
and shit. You name it.
What a toilet can do, like Japan's got it.
If you go to the top stories of some of those porn stores, they've got ones that'll jerk you off too. It's got
be careful of those porn stores. Those tend to be crazy.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Josh T with a follow-up. So if a lot of people do one-day stakes on Pulse every day, that wouldn't really affect the share rate, correct?
No, it wouldn't, because they need to be the highest ROI, and they definitely won't be.
You would not get the ROI with that.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it would be the highest ROI if magically somehow they were the only people to unstake that day. Like if nobody else made their stakes for that day, and they're the only people. But like, there's a lot of people with stakes, and if you look at the graph, there's one every day. There's somebody's got unstakes every day.
Yep, it's all like filled in on top of each other at this point, for pretty much as far as you can see out. T-Bird, which liquidity pair will be the best to do for liquidity providers on Pulse? I guess speculation.
That's a good question. I mean, the ones that people are going to use a lot if you're trying to make trading fees, so like Pulse USDC, Pulse ETH, Hex Pulse, Hex ETH, you know, maybe those ones, maybe some of the Pulse to like Hex to eHex, you know, that pairing might be good. I mean, a lot, like everyone that has other ERC20s that they're holding, it might be advantageous for them to offer a liquidity of the free one versus the one that they have on Ethereum. You know, that's something that they could do without very much risk, considering that they, you know, are the winning one. You know,
nice, I got IP.
The one they're getting for free, and you know, and they can generate returns off of it. But it depends on which one wins and all that one. If you think that one has a strong case for, you know, giving you serious impairment loss, then you could be eating shit on that too, you know. So like, it's a tough question. It's a tough question. I don't really have like I said, obviously if you're trying to make trading fees, the ones that you think are going to oscillate and that are going to be able to gain the highest, you know, like amount of volume would probably be your best choices. So ones that are bridged early make the most sense to me, because people are going to be trading with those quite a bit, you know, and probably offering that they'll probably have the most volume. But
looks like Motley is showing off some more bling here. Oh, and rug, or
just
put it away. He put it away. All right, what's next on here? We have. Oh, don't know what's going on. Well, we are going to welcome in Wave3. What's going on, man?
Hey,
Good.
what's going on, brother?
Good,
He made it.
Are you guys able to hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, I see Motley living that very extravagant lifestyle over there.
Oh yeah. Let's see what he's into.
I don't know what I'm.
Yeah, and
no
rubbed
audio.
again.
Yeah, no
Oh,
audio. Yeah.
No audio,
Looking at
Motley.
some nice watches.
But Wave3, how you doing, man? Were you doing an onboard? Did I read that right, or what was up?
I was just helping out. I was just helping somebody out the last probably about like the last two hours. So just takes because there was that I had to meet up with Markable for a bit. So sort of pinballing around right now. I'm getting a haircut in an hour. So it's been a freaking busy. It's actually been a very busy week in general. So it sucks because I didn't get to go to the boardwalk today. So I'm already sort of like it's a Friday. I didn't get to go to the boardwalk today. So I feel like I didn't get enough done today because I missed out on the boardwalk.
What's up, Wasabi? What's up,
Good.
Wave3 TV?
Good. How's I didn't know Motley Investor has shape shifted into Miguel.
A much better version, right? A much better looking version.
Did you just buy a watch right now?
No, I just bought some Versace stuff.
Oh, okay.
Just some Versace stuff. Yeah.
Just some Versace stuff.
Yeah.
There's a shirt I saw, but there's one with the hex with the pulse gradient that I really wanted, but all they had was medium and small. So I was like, shit.
Yeah, that's the other part when you get to designer shit is like if you're oddly proportioned in all in your being, then it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough.
I have these big ass shoulders. I can't pin to shit.
I still have I'm thinking about like so all the stuff that I got in during the first leg of the trip. I think I'm just gonna give it away on like do like a giveaway and try to see if I could send like a fire off, like a retweet fire on Twitter or something.
Nice.
Yeah, because I put it on it. Yeah. I don't know.
That is actually a cool idea is to do. Maybe start doing giveaways. We'll go to the LV store and I'll be like, I bought this and I bought a second one. One of you is gonna get it.
Yeah.
That'd be fun shit.
Yeah, I think so. How's are you taking some time off yourself, Big K, or are you mostly just chilling out?
I'm still still in work mode, getting things done, but I'm in Chicago right now, and then to Florida and to some other places, and then back to San Juan. I've got a few different things I'm working on, but currently in flux, hanging out at my grandma's house up here, which is always nice to have the kids hanging out with great grandma.
Yeah, that's cool. That's good.
But yeah, I'm glad to be able to it's a little different work than I used to do, but it's all good, great shit.
Okay, I was so hoping to meet you over here, man.
Man, I know, man. I'm bummed that we're not. Like I said, I had between the film stuff and everything else I'm working on. It wasn't. I was expecting to be there. I thought I would be there for part of y'all's trip.
Like, just so you know, like the person who ever put the first person who ever put this idea in my head was Big K. Straight up, it was like I think we talked about it in the first ever video on my YouTube channel. So we were talking about Puerto Rico.
Right.
Yeah,
that's right, dude. I mean, I'm glad that y'all are down there, and I'm hoping that I'm hoping we have more fun times down there. Lots of good shit. But yeah, I do know that I'm bummed that I didn't get to make it out there with y'all. It looks like lots of fun.
It's all good. I'll give you a call a little later.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they're over here. The significant others over here looking at Rolexes. So I'm in trouble.
Nice.
Oh boy.
Nice.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Wave3, I guess we have you for an hour or less. Is that right?
Yeah. That sounds about right, actually. Because I'm gonna split in about 30 minutes, and then I'm gonna go get a haircut, get that taken care of, cleaned up a little bit. But we could pull up if you guys are interested in pulling anything up as far as like charts or whatever, or what's
yeah, absolutely.
We can definitely do that.
Let's start firing those up, and while we're getting those logs on the fire, I'm going to bring back one of the most popular segments of the show. It's the big hit lately. It is everybody's favorite segment called "The Fuck Is This?" So I will open it up to you, Big K. The fuck is this?
Oh, hell of a good time, it looks like, my friend.
Yeah, that was it's probably Motley that took that picture.
Oh yeah, that looks like a man in between not
two
a
moons
rock or a hard place. Yeah, yeah, he's softly nestled in between the
Yeah.
I love the description. So yeah, Wave3, you have fun in Vegas, right? Over the summer. Yeah,
that was a really good. That was a really cool trip.
Evidently,
yeah. Yeah, this was just part of the travel arrangements.
All right, well, yes, a man between two moons. It's like an NFT waiting to be formed or created. I think so anyway. So somebody, make that. And Hex.toys, perhaps. What kind of toys? They could have like,
Yeah, that could be the Wave3 accessories. It's two lovely police officer women.
And yes, Nardo, it was an awesome Vegas trip. I was not there, but yeah, we did you last week, bro. So yeah, lots of fun photos surfaced that could be shared. I'm sure there were probably many that could not be, but yeah, just had to give Wave3 a little rib right there. But anyway, man.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to one of these days. If I see something like absolutely absurd, Motley is definitely in the he's gonna get memed at some point.
Oh yeah, we gotta get it.
It's gonna
find
be
some repayment for that shot.
Payback is a B. All right, Wave3. Well, I think we have a large portion of the audience is here interested in the charts. I think I was talking to Big K before he came on. It's just seems like a very interesting time. Charts are getting a little spicy now because, as we all know, in Hex Rico land, Richard put out the top call, which has been right so far. I think you, myself, and DollarCost have been openly for or on the side of that we could see 6-digit Bitcoin before the cycle is over. I'm sticking to that, and I think you are too, and so is DC. So one day, perhaps in the coming months, we'll take a victory lap. I still think that we're going to be able to do that. A lot of Hexkins don't think that's the case, but it's okay. I think it's a win-win for Hex either way.
Yeah, it's a win-win either way, and I'm more open to the idea now than I have been in the past.
Yeah. If there is outside of Hex, if we're looking at Bitcoin or Ethereum, I guess if we could even just start there and then flip over to the Hex price chart. So for Ethereum, sort of the reality is if you just consider the historicals on ETH, just on the higher time frames, if this did end up being a bull trap, this would certainly be the first. This would definitely be like a major, massive, like, that was a really good bull trap. Because historically, like Ethereum, even in its first cycle, it's had some pretty big down draws and then maintained a very strong bull market over like a multi-year period. So this fractal is certainly still like on the table, as well as this higher fractal up here. Like there's some downside risk, but honestly, I have a very hard time seeing Ethereum fall below $1,000 per coin. Honestly, maybe even below 2K at this point. Ethereum, like I talk shit about Ethereum, yes, but Ethereum is still a great store of value. It does have, it's now deflationary with EIP 1559. And the tokenomics are going to get amplified after the merge. That makes it a better store of value to that of Bitcoin, at least comparing it to Bitcoin. So when new money enters the market from legacy markets, they're entering mostly through Bitcoin and Ether, and then Ether is going to have characteristics that are just better than Bitcoin from that investment standpoint. So, you know, as far as like what the rest of the market does versus ETH, it's, you know, I think it's more so just the money that's entering, the volume that's entering the market. Ethereum is going to be more attractive, in my opinion, as opposed to Bitcoin, because the protocol upgrades are continually being pushed out that improve its stance as a store of value for versus Bitcoin. And that's all that matters. Like I get like the gas fees suck. Yes, they do. But at the end of the day, it's still a finite supply asset that has a massive network effect around it. So it's going to be here. Ethereum's not going to disappear. It is probably going to see higher price targets during this bull market. And that's a good thing, because at the end of the day, you still have USD that funnels into the market that ultimately lands somewhere else. Like you have main conduits through Bitcoin and Ether. So far, the charts on both of them look good. And then if we flip over to the Hex price chart, it looks like right now the daily time frame is. It looks like it could potentially be setting up some like another pattern on the daily time frame. The one that particularly stands out to me is the 3-day time frame, because now it's back to approaching this ribbon, and we've seen the price hit the ribbon multiple times, even during uptrends. Like it hit the ribbon here on the 3-day, hit it here on the 3-day, hit it again. It wicked down over here, hit the ribbon, and now it's hitting the ribbon again. So I would say the big thing really just comes down to, like, since we're looking at the higher time frames, if you see this ribbon hold on the 3-day, that would be incredibly bullish for potential higher price targets. And then that's just what we're waiting to really see at this point, is the potential for like the retest on that ribbon, and then that corresponding to a potential movement in the price after we sort of hit that crossroad. Right now, the price looks like it's just very gently approaching the ribbon right now, and it looks like it's trying to hold this as support. But I would say, so long as this ribbon holds on the higher time frames, that would be very, very good. The weekly time frames, it looks like it's basically setting up a sort of a nice this looks more like a flag to me on the weekly time frames. The ribbon is shifted down on the weekly. It can retest this ribbon is a pretty substantial moving average across most assets in general. This is basically just the 20-week moving average. And so far, the 3-day time frame seems to be sort of the segue into what can happen next, because now this is sort of the first major test right now, at least on some support level to some extent during this massive uptrend we're seeing so far. So because there still is the Pulse chain launch, there's still a lot to come. As far as narratives, I still see tweets on Twitter with other members on crypto Twitter starting to get into Hex. So the upside targets are certainly there. And the fact is, it's still very, very extremely liquid when it comes to the DEXs. So until I see like a major shift on higher time frames, first starting with the 3-day, so far the uptrend is still, and it's still valid. This hasn't broken down on the 3-day. Right now it's just retesting, and we're basically at that fork in the road right now. And if it holds, that would of course be very bullish in terms of potential upside. So if you just even look back at what the move has done so far, this has already surpassed the milestone of the first major move. And this is very typical with the moves that occur afterwards. Typically, you have the first major move on an asset, which is what Hex obviously did back in April to May of 2020. And you could see the percentage gains of this have already surpassed as was suggested even months ago, this is something we spoke about actually before big payday. Is the next move was actually going to be bigger than the first move, and those two milestones have been satisfied. And the upside target is like this number that we see here as far as a percentage game. This can certainly still push the higher targets. And then going back to what we were saying as far as the 3-day time frame. The 3-day time frame right now is the main one that, in my opinion, is the most relevant right now as far as retesting this ribbon, seeing if it basically builds up as support on that, and then that could lend itself to pushing to even higher price targets during this 3-wave. So the price performance has already annihilated basically what, in my opinion, what's even possible for the other assets in this market, even the best performing ones. I don't think it's even going to be possible for other assets in this market to have anywhere near the same kind of return we've seen so far. So we're higher price targets at this point just put it to levels of just making it absolutely impossible for within a bull market for any other coins to really have the same level of performance gains. This is really already, in my mind, solidified itself as the best performing asset for this year. And there's, at this point, I don't even think it's possible for any other coins to surpass even that 50-cent target we've seen so far. And then even higher upside, if you do start to see a push past 50 cents, it puts it in levels of like, it's just not going to happen for other coins. Like there's going to be other coins that do really well, of course, but this move has been so insane that it's going to be, very difficult for other coins to really compete from a valuation standpoint, which is what this is what people buy cryptocurrency for, is for the upside. So I'd say everything looks amazing on the macro trends. And then of course, like the meme line that this has been meme for quite a while, but basically this meme line we see here is still, it's perfectly valid right now. Assets can hold linear trend lines for a pretty long time. Typically in crypto, since the moves are so aggressive, like it holds such a steep slope on this price chart. Eventually, at some point, for most coins, it gets to a point where it gets really difficult to hold like a linear uptrend, and then it sort of like breaks down and then reconsolidates and then sets up into like a future market cycle. All of that we're going to find out obviously on the Hex price chart at some later point in time, because this is the first asset of its kind. There's certain data points we don't know exist because it's brand new. Hex is the first, again, it's the first pure in the market where it has its own USD market, and that was truly the first of its kind, born on a decentralized exchange. And then there's of course a lot that's taking place with Pulse Chain that could lend itself to building other products that build on top of Hex, using Hex as like a supreme store of value. So everything has played out amazingly on the charts. I'm very glad to see, I'm very glad to see the price performance. It's been really good, and we're going to have to basically recalibrate because of how high the price has gone up. We're just going to have to sort of recalibrate what's a perceived later on, like what's a perceived like local bottom, because there's sort of these like delusions that people think it's going to go to like 1 or 2 cents. It's not happening. Like the price chart and like whatever targets in the future are going to have to get sort of recalibrated to what is the reality with Hex and sort of the metrics that actually apply to the Hex price chart. But so far it's completely blasted away everything. The Hex to Bitcoin pair, if this actually does come up, this is actually kind of cool because I didn't really notice this until recently. But yeah, even the Hex to Bitcoin pair, it's had some really insane run ups. So we saw a pretty big retracement here. We see another big retracement here, which by the way, nobody trades Hex versus Bitcoin. They just don't. This is just a reference. This is just tracking the relative valuation of the two assets relative to each other over time. But you could see, because the moves are so big, you're going to get really big changes in terms of the reference over the moves. Like this was this contracted 50%, blasted back up, contracted 38%. So the moves are so big that you're going to get a lot of volatility, I guess. Even though there is not a Hex to Bitcoin pair that really is relevant, you're still going to see a pretty big variance in how this pair or how this reference sort of behaves over time. And this is why you're better off not, like, you don't want to trade coins versus a pair it's not even coupled to, because like anybody that sold here, like now the price is higher, like relative to Bitcoin. So the USD market that's sort of around Hex is really the only thing that matters, in my opinion, and it's really the only valid reference point when you look at the actual market, because all the volume enters through USD. It's the entire baseline of the entire market. And then if anything gets coupled to Hex later, like if it's Pulse or something like that, it's very possible you could see other coins be reflexive to what Hex does, similar to how you see coins reflexive as to what Bitcoin does, like on a centralized exchange. So a lot of those possibilities begin to open up on Pulse chain, and then understanding those trade-offs for other coins. Not really for Hex, but really for the other coins is pretty important to understand for anybody that's trying to launch products on Pulse chain. So I'm very excited. I'm very excited to see what comes of the future. I'm very excited for Pulse chain, as the gas fee dilemma it's an ongoing issue in the market. And then at this point, just observing what has potential to be like a supreme store of value over the maturity of this entire space. So this is definitely a chart, an asset, and all that will be that I personally will keep actively following for opportunity, because it's so far it's very, very clear. Like it's very clear at this point, like it's following this uptrend line very well. So if it's not obvious already, like there should be at least enough data points on the chart for those previously to sort of update like their worldview if it's still of the dated one from back around April or May of 2020. So it's looking really good.
Nice. Well, what do you think about we've seen the obvious strength in Bitcoin recently.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that we see, say, a Bitcoin break and run, and then money from alts kind of just floods into Bitcoin, kind of keeping the alt market back? Or is it like just an overall Bitcoin breaks to its high, then ETH and everything else goes with it? Is there going to be some sort of rotation to where, Bitcoin first moves and then all that money kind of comes, not all the money, but some of it comes back out into the alts after Bitcoin makes its break? What school of thought are you going with there?
Yeah, so typically I'll pull up the Bitcoin price chart. So at least in a bull market, typically Bitcoin, well, I guess even regardless of bull versus bear market, Bitcoin typically has Q4. Historically, it tends to outperform most coins during Q4. So right now, and this goes back to the whole like bull narrative scenario. And again, this is why if this ends up being a bull trap, it was a very good one, because on the weekly chart, Bitcoin it's less than 8% from retesting its prior high on the weekly time frame, which in historical bear markets they were down much lower. So in the 2017, this was down 65% on the weekly chart. In the 2014 bear market, this was down basically 50%. So to me, based off just that alone, it just doesn't seem like the downside scenario is really that likely to play out, especially with the US basically printing another $3 trillion. Like it's just, there's all this money being printed. So I have a hard time seeing like an actual bear market. And if there is one, the market definitely fooled me. Like, is this would definitely be like a bull trap for the books if that actually plays out. But if we do see a break above 60 to above, it's very possible we could see sort of a Bitcoin-centric Q4 where altcoins, including Ethereum, lag behind the initial movement of Bitcoin. You get these sort of rotations right now. Ethereum is consolidating. Like if you look at ETH to Bitcoin as a reference point, this to me looks sort of like a less volatile version of what happened previously in Ethereum's life cycle. So you could basically get sort of a trap, like a bear trap back into this channel before sending it to higher valuations on the ETH to Bitcoin pair. So for that reason, even though I don't hold a lot of Bitcoin relative to my total holdings, but I still do hold a decent amount of Bitcoin, like in a retirement account, with the intention that if there is sort of a Bitcoin-centric Q4, because like the options in most retirement accounts are limited to like Bitcoin and Ether for like Roth or 401k accounts, I will personally be dumping whatever is left of the Bitcoin holdings I have into Ethereum, because it's just like a very easy play at that point if it ends up dropping back into this channel it's been moving at for a long period of time. And if Ethereum decides to rev up, that's fine too. Like that account is mostly ETH heavy anyway. But historically, Bitcoin tends to take over during Q4. And then Ethereum tends to ramp up during late Q4 into Q1. If you look at the historical blow off top for Ethereum, this took place through the entirety of, or at least halfway through January. So Q1 of the new year tends to be a good time for Ethereum. And I do think there will come a time where Bitcoin sort of takes the reins of the market for a period of months, and then that money ends up sort of rotating back into Ethereum and altcoins. And we're just sort of going through these cyclical patterns we see over and over again. I do not expect if for the bull case scenario to play out, the only way I can see Bitcoin trending back above 50% on Bitcoin dominance is if this was actually a bull trap. That's the only way I could see Bitcoin trending back above 50% dominance. I personally think what's going to happen is it's going to attempt to push up and then find resistance at one of these trend lines and then make a lower low. That's what I think is going to happen for Bitcoin dominance. I do think it is going to trend lower than what we saw last cycle, around 36%. I do think we are going to see lower valuations on Bitcoin dominance. So this could be one of the most insane altcoin seasons, very shades of 2017 like that we could see at some point during this market cycle. I don't think we're done yet. Historically, the cycles have been getting longer. And again, if this was a bull trap, it was a very good one, because this Bitcoin has never been this close to its prior all-time high, and then had basically a trapdoor, like a C wave trapdoor, where it crashes 80 to 90%. So but if at the end of the day, whatever crypto holdings everybody has, I mean, obviously be ready for what the market ends up giving you. At the end of the day, the market's going to make the final decision, and your option is going to be what the market gives you. So it's just off the historical patterns. To me, it just looks like it's a really long buildup that would lead into potentially the next wave of the market cycle. Though I have a hard time seeing, Bitcoin, like, it'll still be sort of like the spotlight for the market. It is what it is. It's been here for over 10 years. It's the most liquid asset across legacy markets, even on like brokerages now. There's like derivatives trading of Bitcoin. So Bitcoin going up in value is good for the entire market, because we need that for USD to come in the market. Because one thing that is true for every coin in this market, including Hex, since Hex is based in, it has its entire market around USD. The moment liquidity in terms of USD starved from the entire market, everything is going down, including Hex. Wherever that top is. USD is the liquidity pool for every single asset in existence. So that's why you see those harsh down draws. The advantage that Hex obviously has is it doesn't have like that negative reflexivity to Bitcoin. So altcoins in a conventional bear market are going to get completely completely annihilated as a result of that. So there's a huge advantage not being coupled to Bitcoin in that way, but you still are going to get starvation of dollars like during a real bear market. So I'm just excited right now because I still think we're going to see a higher upside across the board, just basically across the entire market. And so far, even though you can't trade against Bitcoin dominance, it's been respecting very clear trend lines for years now. And market makers, I wouldn't be surprised if they pay attention to this kind of stuff. So, even though they don't trade against it, they can still be rotating some extremely large positions that make these types of movements possible to begin with. So, bearish for Bitcoin on dominance, but it is likely to go higher in USD price, and there could be one last opportunity to sort of part ways with any Bitcoin one may have if we do see sort of a ramp up, at least on dominance, where it hits some kind of resistance somewhere. It looks like it's going to hit resistance somewhere. This is a lot for it to get through. So no way it goes back above 50% unless we're talking like a bear market. It's going to hit resistance around 50% and possibly even less than that.
Yeah, I mean, that's awesome, by the way. I mean, that is, I'm ready to be wrong, and I'm ready for like the market to go that direction. I think that, like, you're right that a lot of the signs are there for what we have felt before, as far as Q4s in the past and possible Q1s coming up as well. What I want to remind people about, though, man, is that 2017 Q4 might as well have been 2017 too. Like, it was like a full year in and of itself. Like that.
Yeah.
It's only a 3-month period of time, but like a lot of shit can happen. The volatility is like next level. I mean, like it was like at the end of August of 2017, Bitcoin was at 4K and went up to 20, all that happened in Q4, so like, if we go that high, the higher we go, and the further we move away from those moving averages like that, the more volatile things get, and the more musical chairsy everything gets to start to feel, at the top there.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what what a time to be in the market. If we see that that 2017 like experience again. That was incredible for anybody that got to experience that last time.
Yeah, for sure. And going into it with a clear head of like what could happen, what has happened, and where to expect yourself at what points in time is a great thing to have a little foresight on. I mean, I'm glad that I went through that then, because like I said, I've told before, I mean, not all my moves, it was an amazing experience, but not all my moves were fantastic, and so it's a learning experience, from then until now, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
Are you Wave3 familiar with Kareem's Hex DMI that he looks at?
We could pull it up. Did you have it on your screen?
Yeah, somebody. It was probably 30 minutes ago now, but I just made a note to check back in on it. I'll pull up his tweet, but I just wanted to get your take on that. So he's like, Hexkins, food is almost ready. Hex DMI on the 4-hour chart is cooking. Get ready to feast this weekend. This next major macro move is coming. It's going to be legendary. They will write books about us. Typical Kareem FOMO, but any thoughts on this? I did not see the stream he's referencing, but obviously he posts the DMI chart here.
Yeah. So it looks like it's a set of indicators that probably worked pretty well across like 4-hour time frames on this entire move up. Sort of my intuition when it comes to price charts in general is, during a bull trend, if the market momentum is in your favor, then most things are just going to read. They're going to continue to print out like good readings across like an entire bull trend. When I look at charts, I personally just look at some of the higher time frames. That way, like the 4-hour stuff, I just think of like TradingView. Basically, there's guys like posting ideas on like 4-hour time frames where it's very chaotic. But to me, I'm not familiar with how this indicator works, but if it's something that sort of maps across like the entire uptrend we've seen so far, then it could be something that is really good during like a bull market or something like that. I'm not too familiar with DMI. There's really only a couple indicators that I even use on TradingView just to keep it nice and simple, because sort of the reality is every financial market is indeterministic. There's no such thing as like a model that is, every model works until it doesn't, is sort of the name of the game in financial markets. So the only thing that I personally look at is just the higher time frames. And if the higher time frames look good, then that sort of paints like a really good picture. I know for Kareem, it's not an issue because he's a long-term holder, but anybody that does try to trade Hex on like 4-hour time frames, at some point they're going to get destroyed one way or another, because it's like you're just at risk of you're just at risk of being out of position when the move that actually matters actually happens, which has already happened to so many people across the board. But I think basically they're mostly looking at it as a bull indicator. So that's good. If there's already signs on the 4-hour, then that sort of propagates its way up to the higher and higher time frames, and then you start to get like a nice looking chart that propagates its way up and then continues that kind of macro trends.
Nice. All right. Well, thank you. I just wanted to try to address these questions as they come over in chat. I know you're one of your craft, and if you have certain indicators that you use, crossing over into other indicators that in time frames, it's a whole different area. But I do appreciate you at least touching on that. What else did I want to bring up? So this is Rabu, one of the best Hexkins to follow for quotes. Richard Hart quote. That's right, man. Let's get this tweet up here because this is pretty cool. This is from the latest meetup Richard had, and it's just like a quick clip here. We got audio shared. Let's get this going.
Let's skip Hex for a second. Pulse is going to exist soon. There's going to be Hex on the Pulse network. There's going to be Hex on the Ethereum network. There's going to be PulseSwap, or it could be Uniswap V2, where people can bridge in their ERC20s, pair them with their ERC20s. My guess is it'll be a very successful yield farming program. They'll be rewarded with the PulseSwap tokens for doing that. So I'll be posting charts of PulseSwap, Pulse, EHEX, Hex. And so someone might want to list all those PRC20s. Because people are going to want to trade them. In my, I don't have a crystal ball. I can predict the future. I did call that 10,000X though. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. So what about PulseSwap? First of all, Hexo with a funny tweet, like just Richard trolling with the name PulseSwap. For anybody that knows the origins, just thought it was hilarious. But PulseSwap, Big K, you excited?
Yeah. Yeah, who wouldn't be? I mean, this is like, it goes along with one of Richard's original statements that he made about Hex, when he said, well, Hex is going to do CDs on the blockchain. If you want to replace all the products at the bank, you have to. If you want to replace the banks, you got to replace all of the products at the bank, and this is set to do one of them. I mean, like, now extrapolate that to crypto. Like, if we want to replace and work around crypto, the gatekeeping and or the bad fees and or issues that we have with crypto as is, then you got to route around all of it, which includes having a swap that incentivizes people to offer liquidity, as we've seen that to be incredibly popular in many other scenarios. So like having our own is fantastic, having one that's not only our own but also has this unique incentive piece where people get free tokens to add to it, is amazing. That's great. I mean, it couldn't be better. So I'm very excited for all that. I think that it's all necessary. I think that there's even more pieces that are necessary. I mean, everything that'll be on Pulse will be necessary. We'll need swap tokens. We'll need stuff that does all the interesting, Flashbot stuff, the lending things like Aave, Curve, that kind of stuff. We'll need funny memes and goofy NFTs. We need all of it. Please bring now more. So You know, like we like if we want to do all the things that everyone else is doing in a new, better, faster, quicker, cheaper way, then we got to do all the things. So that's one of the first main ones besides the bridge that we'll need is having the bridge and the swap and the liquidity providing all like ready to go and in a format that is, because like Uniswap V2 will come along too, right? So that's cool. But does Uniswap V2 incentivize any of us to use Pulse? No, it doesn't. So like this will, and that's better, So I mean, having better ways to incentivize people to interact with the system is fantastic. I mean, it doesn't work unless people participate. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I've said this before. This reminds me of Apple in, say, the early mid, right after the turn of the century, I guess, 2005, whatever. And it was Steve Jobs creating an entire ecosystem. And that's kind of what we're bearing witness to right now before our very eyes. Is Richard is laying everything down. He's, like you said, replaced the time deposit. Now he's, laying the pipes with Pulse and, the swap and the, Uniswap version 2. It's exciting, man. And it's like this entire ecosystem that's being built piece by piece. And it's no more exciting time to be alive in crypto right now, in my opinion. Motley Investor, you're back, by the way. But
yeah, I mean, Hex made crypto fun again, and Pulse makes crypto exciting again. Like, I mean, it really is new and unique and pushing the edge of what we have been already doing in crypto, and everything else that was already going on in crypto comes along with too. So like, yeah, that's good catch there, children. Great.
Swapping pulses after. Never mind. Okay. Yeah. All right. Motley Investor, are you able to speak? No. Okay. Where is he?
We're trying to buy a Rolex. What's up?
Of course you are.
Nice.
I just wanted to get your take on PulseSwap since we were talking about it before we close out here in a little bit.
Yeah, sweet. One more token for me to collect. I'm about it. Yeah, no, It's gonna be exciting. I'm ready, but yeah, we're trying to get a Rolex right now.
What are y'all looking at over there?
So we're looking at so Miguel's getting his girl he's looking at the Oyster Perpetual pink dial.
Nice. I just
yeah. They're it's a little bit higher than what we want to pay because it's the 41 millimeter. We're trying to argue the fact that most women aren't going to wear a 41 millimeter to begin with. So
big watch
we're working on it.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck. I
know.
Appreciate your barter skills.
Yeah, this store is amazing though. The stock they have here is great. I haven't seen this many Rolexes in one place in a while.
They do. I mean, again, it's just weirdness because San Juan is such this unique little spot that like people are usually not. I mean, same thing with the Louis Vuitton store that like you can't get stuff shipped to them like you can the other stores. And like if you ask usually, hey, can I get a selection of like, can I see what the inventory is there? You can't online or calling from them. So like, people kind of forget that it's there. And as you can see, there's a pretty decent selection there.
Yeah, no, great selection. Got some APs here. Yeah, they have some paddocks in the back. Those are for appointment only, but they got some paddocks. Bash on offshores, and then they got a really good Rolex stock as well.
Yeah. Very nice.
I want that Panda, but the prices on that are absolutely absurd. Hulk, for any Hulk fans out there.
That's awesome too. Yep.
Yeah, they have several cases of Rolex like you just don't see this anymore.
No, you do not, man. That's incredible. Lovely. Very lovely store.
Yep. And then you got your bling. Not for me, but Wendy's likes bling. So Wendy's and Miguel like their iced out stuff.
I mean, it's got the flash that you're looking for the club,
True. But yeah, they're still working on a deal.
Cabana, you're muted.
Oh, I was gonna say the flash for the club.
Yeah. I'm gonna bounce here for about an hour. I'm gonna go clean up a little bit, get a haircut. So
all good, man. We're gonna wrap here.
Yeah, I think we're gonna probably wrap here soon, anyways. Yeah, I was gonna say,
man.
I got
yeah, I'm gonna hex flex with a steak dinner. That's my flex for the night.
Yeah,
while y'all are buying some bling, I'm gonna go grab me a steak. So.
Yeah, I still haven't. I'm gonna get food afterwards. So I'll. Thanks for having me on. I will. I'll shoot you a DM, Cabana, to see what your schedule looks like for like future streams as well. I know some of us are doing a little bit of traveling right now, but I definitely want to see if you'd be interested in coming on again for like a night stream or any other streams that are kind of taking place. So
absolutely, I had a good time last time. And before you go, man, just tell us where we can find you.
Oh yeah. So you can find me Wave3 TV on Twitter, YouTube. I just set up an Instagram as well. So we'll use those as the 3 social media platforms: Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you. We will wrap up here shortly. Got a couple more housekeeping items to do, but yeah, man, thanks a lot. I appreciate it. And I know the audience, you're being tweeted, Marion, thank you for, shouting out the show and saying how she loved your explanation of Hex and its supreme store value.
They want to think how much?
So yeah, man, thanks for coming on. We'll definitely do it again, especially I know everybody's traveling. So if you're not, you're welcome to chart the seas whenever you want, man.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Cool. All right. You guys have a good weekend, and we'll be in touch soon.
Take care, amigo.
All right. Later, guys.
See ya. All right.
So we buying or what? We getting it or what? We getting the watch? We got the watch. We getting it? What's going on?
Oh boy, you got the eye roll.
Yeah, they got it.
All right, good.
Yeah.
They got it.
That's what's up.
They're wrapping it up. Hold on, let me see if I can get a shot. Are they boxing it up already? She got this one except the pinked out.
Oh, nice. That is a big face for a lady, yes. But it's super nice.
Yeah.
I mean,
41 millimeter.
Nice.
All right, guys. We got a Rolex out of the collection now.
Hex 720 wants to know if you got a deal.
No. You don't get deals with Rolexes, unfortunately.
It might have been tongue in cheek, but yeah. Right.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, here's the thing, though.
Uh-oh.
Here's the thing, Sexagon 720, is that if you're buying a Rolex at an authorized Rolex dealer, they're charging you MSRP. So, like, that's actually what the cost is. So, like, if you buy a lot of those watches, you can usually turn around and sell them for 15-20% markup, depending on the watch and the want of it. Yeah. So, it's. I mean, you're not getting a deal, but you kind of are.
Question from the Sapper: how does that fare during customs? Is that any different?
You don't have. There's no customs coming from Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico, the territory. On the wrist, that's how.
Yeah. For all the shit he's given you, that was a nice answer. All right. Hexagon says, my watch time is coming. Good for you, man. Good for you. All right. Odds and ends here. Yes, Children of the Grave. I just jokingly picked Vince for those who are left in the pool. Fumble Fridays. Vince's Fumble Fridays. Where is that? So we have the spreadsheet.
I forgot.
Spreadsheet up.
Dummy. So that's why I got knocked out. I'm a dummy.
Oh, you did. Yeah, look at you. Well, it's me, Wally Soros, Freddie Quotes, Children of the Grave, and the mystery person, VIN or XX. So, yeah. So get your picks in.
I played a player that was out that week in fantasy, too. I forgot. I was out and about, so I didn't get to do my Tinker Stinker before on Sunday. And so,
yeah. I had like the ultimate fantasy fail in your original Hexagon Standoff League. because my tight end Austin Hooper was getting me like 3 points a week, and I was like, oh well, Gronk's out. I'll just pick up OJ Howard, and it'll at least like get me like 5 or something. He got me a 0. I lost by 1 point. Less than 1 point. Yeah,
That's painful.
yeah.
You're
Robert
like
Woods
just
went
about
off last
anybody
night.
else.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, pretty much. Yeah, anybody who got a friggin' point. But yeah, I'm going for a number 1 pick in that league next year. So
There you
yeah.
go.
The backup league, I'm doing all right. So we'll see what happens. Somehow I knocked off Joe Hexotic. His roster is absolutely amazing
He
in that
does have
league.
a solid roster.
It is ridiculous, but somehow I beat him. I got luck, a little fortunate with the week I played him. So I saw this on the Aussie stream actually, and I just wanted to bring it up real quick before we go. They brought up the T shares or B shares kind of question or topic, and I think it was Jexa, and he was on the side of still calling them T shares because everybody still identifies them as T shares. Like it's kind of like the marketing terminology. I think it's I tend to agree with them. I think it's like just calling everything shares it's too soon, because if you say, oh, 1 trillion shares, people are like, the hell are you talking about? Like that's ridiculous. It just sounds ridiculous. Or 1 billion shares.
Well, yeah, and let's say you have are talking about a shark that has or even a dolphin that has 1,000 trillion shares. You're just okay. What number is that again?
Right. Just doesn't sound real. Right. It sounds
Okay.
like the 10,000x or $1,000,000%. It's people from the outside, I should say. For us, it's like natural talk, but I'm just, I guess, talking.
They start looking up in the air and doing this shit, and they're like,
yeah, they're like, this shit's not real, but T shares, it's like it's a hex kind of thing that I don't know. I think Motley's on the just plain share side, but he's too busy checking out. I still want to see that wine shop, by the way. So maybe he'll get there. Maybe he'll get there.
I'll give next time. When I get back, I'll do a hex flex over there one day. It's one of my faves, so it'll be a good one for it.
Can you hear us, Motley? All right, good. We'll bring you on for the while you're there. We're closing up, wrapping up shop. Any thoughts on Fury Wilder 3? I know it's not MMA, but it's a huge fight tonight.
Fury. Like, why would you not bet on Fury?
Yeah, Fury. I don't know, man. Wilder looked good the first fight. So
no, I mean, no. Fury was winning the fight the entire time, and then did what Wilder does. He just landed the KO shot, and Fury just ended up being a zombie and just made it for the most epic sequel fight. But no, Fury's just a much better boxer. Yeah, I mean, sure, Wilder has a chance to KO him again. It's what he's done his entire career, but Fury's the better boxer, so I'd bet on Fury.
All right. You heard it here. You've done very well with your UFC picks.
Yes,
as well.
Yes, I have.
So I think you were 2 out of 3 last one, if I'm not mistaken. I think.
Yeah, I picked the upset for Ortega.
Yeah. That was it.
And it almost came almost freaking what's his face is insane, because anyone else on this planet, 99% of the people would have tapped to that triangle and that.
Oh my gosh,
guillotine.
That guy is a machine. He's a savage.
It was. I was watching. I was like, "Oh, it's over! It's over! He's got him in the guillotine." And he even afterwards, after the fight, he was just like, "Yeah, I don't know what was going on. I was making all these gurgling noises." He's like, "That sucker was in deep," and he got out. And then the triangle on top of that, I was like, "Oh my god!" Like, Ortega had the ability to win that fight twice with those submissions, and he was too beat up. He couldn't hold it in. But man, that was close. It was so almost called it. Almost got the trifecta. But Ortega was definitely my running. But I mean, overall, Ortega still got pieced up on the feet. His striking still needs a little bit more work.
Nice. I think the next
his jiu-jitsu is no joke though.
Absolutely. Yeah, the next huge fight is what, 4 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that. Like the first weekend in November, I think. Was that
no idea.
Colby? Yeah, Colby and
Usman. Usman again.
Yeah,
that's gonna be a good fight.
But I think there's
Colby was winning that first one until the end.
Yeah. I mean, I still got Usman, I guess, but we'll get there when we get there.
Usman's still getting he's getting better and better. So yeah, I don't know. Colby's chance might have been that first fight. I don't know on the second one. It's gonna be tough.
Yep.
But Colby's no slouch. Colby's one of the toughest guys in that division. So it's not gonna be an easy fight for Usman.
For sure, for sure. All right, gents. Well, I think we've run through our list for the evening. Big K, any plans for the weekend?
I'm going to go and get in touch with nature and maybe paddle a kayak around.
Outstanding. How about you, Motley? What adventures will you be getting into? Going to the hood, brother, or somewhere else?
Yeah, probably. It's Friday night. Yeah, I don't know. We'll probably go to La Placita tonight and go back to the hood, and then relax on maybe Saturday. Go like Big K, go on paddleboard, kayaks, whatever. Go chill on the water and recover.
There you go.
Puerto Rico is perfect for that kind of stuff.
Nice. Awesome. All right, Big K, before we sign off here, where can we find you?
Yeah, you can find me at Big Krakowski on Twitter, at Big Krakowski on Telegram. That's it. Those two places right now.
Yes, we do, Benny Bills. Motley Investor, where can we find you?
Motley Investor on YouTube, Twitter, Telegram, TikTok, Instagram, all of it. Trying to get better, like posting everywhere now. So
yeah, you're on the gram, man. You're doing your Instagram game is fire right now. So keep it up.
Slowly getting there.
Love the pictures. I mean the flexing is great, but
yeah,
Puerto Rico's
in perpetual flex mode.
Yes, that does help. But Puerto Rico is a beautiful island, so some more beach shots would be outstanding as well.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. Some of that clear water that Big K has sent me in the past is absolutely gorgeous. So
yeah, gorgeous beaches.
Huge fan, beach snob, but I'll take what I can get as well. So any beach, I love it. All right, well that's about a wrap for tonight. Everybody have a great weekend. Thank you to chat for attending this kind of quickly put together stream. Love you guys. Comments everywhere, keeping us busy. Thank you, Motley, for the fashion walkthrough / Big K with commentary.
It's no J's with Big K, but I did my best.
We did great. Lots of fun.
Well, I think there was a J with Big K while he was commentating.
It's true.
So
okay, that works.
I did throw the graphic up a little bit, but yeah. And I think, do we have Hex News tonight or F&A Hangout?
F&A Hangout tonight.
We do have an F&A Hangout. So yeah, head over to Discourse in 3 hours for that. And yeah, we'll wrap it up. And everybody have a great evening, great weekend.
That's the watch, by the way.
Oh, hello.
Very nice. A pretty piece.
Isn't Miguel such a nice guy?
He is. Treat the ladies right. I did also buy my wife a Rolex as well. I'll have to flex it on the channel next week. It's a date just with the mother of pearl backing and a diamond, overlay.
Yeah, those are really pretty.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I was surprised that I saw when the mother of pearl looked so nice. I was like, okay, that's the one.
Yeah. Big fan of the mop though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So, anyways, this was lots of fun. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. I'll see you soon.
Thank you, and we will see you next week. Who knows where Motley's going to be, and who knows where Big K is going to be? But
that's right.
We'll aim to be here for another Hex Happy Hour. Everybody have a great weekend out there.
Later, guys.